Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily, and if you're new here, then I'm really happy to have you. Today we're going to be hopping into another vinyasa flow style of class. And yeah, you don't need anything for this class. You don't need any blocks, any straps, unless you're used to practicing with them. But that's kind of always how it is in my classes. So if you're used to using blocks and you like using blocks, please go for it. But you don't need anything except for yourself and your mat. All right, so we're going to get started lying on our backs today in constructive rest. So you can just make your way there. Feet can be wide apart, knees together. Close your eyes. Let's place the hands on the stomach and chest. And we're just going to start by deepening the breath. So let's take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, creating full yogic breath. So as you breathe in, start to breathe into the lower belly. When the lower belly is full, breathe into the chest. When the chest is full, breathe into the upper chest. And then exhaling out of the upper chest, and then the chest, and then the lower belly. And let's take about 10 breaths here. And using this time to arrive into the present moment, to ground yourself, to let go of anything that happened today, just focus and bring your awareness onto your mat, dedicating this next session to nothing but yourself, staying connected, staying present. Let's take 5 more breaths here. You can slowly go ahead and bring your knees into your chest, hugging opposite hand to opposite wrist, maybe rocking side to side or staying still, whatever feels good. And then let's extend the legs up towards the ceiling, and you can start to point and flex your toes or move them in any other direction that feels good, maybe circling the ankles in both directions. And on your next exhale, let's bend the knees, place the feet down on the mat in preparation for bridge pose, and then we're going to roll the spine off the mat one vertebra at a time, coming into bridge. And then exhaling to lower back down. Inhale to come up into bridge. And exhale to release. 3 more, breathe in. And exhale to lower. Last 2. And then last one, let's hold it. Maybe interlacing your hands behind your lower back, rolling onto the shoulders, so walking your shoulder blades a little bit closer together, and let's hold. And keep engaging through the whole back body. Glutes are engaged. Keep lifting the hips, lifting the chest. 2 more breaths here. And then if you have the bind, you can release, and then one vertebra at a time, lower the spine back down. Let's bend the knees into the chest. You can start to rock back and forth. We're going to make our way into malasana, yogi squat. So toes point out, heels point in, hands can come at the heart space. Maybe shift the weight from side to side. And now let's come to stillness. Lengthening the spine, pulling the shoulder blades back and down. Right arm reaches underneath the right knee, and then left arm can reach all the way up to the sky. And on your next exhale, let's bring the hands together and then twist to the opposite side. Left arm reaches underneath left knee, right arm reaches up to the sky. And exhale, let's come back through center. Fingertips come down to the mat, lift the hips. Let's walk the feet together so they're hip width distance apart. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow and just allow yourself to dangle side to side. So adding a little bit of a swing. Let's release the hands. Deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. 2 more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Last one, inhale. Exhale to fold. Let's bend the knees generously, roll up high mountain. Reach your arms above the head and heel toe your feet together. Let's interlace all 10 fingers except for the index fingers. Glue your shoulders to your ears, squeeze the lower ribs in. And then start to press your hips forward, finding a little bit of a back bend. Imagine you're drawing a line on the ceiling with your index fingers. And on your next exhale, let's fold forward. So super engaged back body when you're back bending, making sure that you're not just dumping all that tension in the lower back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank, your chaturanga. You can lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Let's pause here for a moment. Once again, squeezing the muscles in the thighs, pushing the mat away with your hands. And then let's come all the way into downward facing dog. The right leg rises, inhale. Bend your right knee, open up the hip, and then let's circle the right knee in one direction. And switch. And coming back to the open hip, inhale. Exhale, either stay here or flip your dog, wild thing. And once again, really engaging the legs. Super important part of back bends is the legs, staying really strong. And then looking forward, maybe you want to bring your right hand down on the mat or keep it in the air. Let's step the right foot to the top of the mat and then drop your left knee down on Jana. So now let's reach the arms above the head. On your next exhale, half splits, airplane wing, straightening the right leg, flexing the right toes, and reaching your arms back and up. And next inhale, big step up, left knee into the chest. Exhale, let's cross the left ankle over the right knee, figure 4, sink down low. On your next inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane chair, lift your heels, reach the arms back and up. Inhale, high mountain with a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank, your chaturanga. On your next inhale, left leg rises. Bend your left knee, open up the hip. Let's circle that left knee in one direction. Okay, trying to keep both of your arms straight and switch. And now staying in the open hip, breathe in. Exhale, wild thing. Let's flip the dog with control. And hold. And now either keeping this left arm in the air or placing the left hand down on the mat for support. Let's step the left foot to the top of the mat and drop the right knee, and then reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. And on your next exhale, half splits, airplane wings, straighten your left leg, reach the arms back and up, and keep tilting your pelvis back, so pointing the hips away from you and then reaching the chest towards your toes. On your next inhale, big step forward, right knee into the chest. Exhale, figure four. And hold. Now let's slowly step into chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, airplane chair. Inhale, high mountain, maybe a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. 2 more sun salutations. Deep breath in, high up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, maybe a little bit of a back bend. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Come high up onto the toes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, maybe a little bit of a back bend. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. And all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg rises. Bend the right knee, open up the hip, come into wild thing. Now either hold here or see if you can turn your left hand and come into full wheel. All right, a little bit of a tricky transition to get at first. You need to pivot your left hand all the way around. And from here, let's come back to wild thing and then 3-legged dog. Exhale, the right foot steps between the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, half splits, airplane wings. Big step forward, left knee into the chest. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, chair pose. Airplane chair, exhale. Inhale, high mountain with the back bend. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back, chaturanga. All right, if you didn't get the transition wild thing to wheel, don't worry about it. It's quite advanced, so just do whatever you can. You can stay in wild thing. It's a great heart opener, working on lifting your hips higher. All right, let's do the left side. Left leg rises. Bend your left knee, open up the hip, flip into wild thing. Now from here, you need to open your heart to the ceiling, look up, Maybe you can bring your left hand down on the mat. That's the step one. And then pivot your right hand. Well, we're all different, so it might be a little bit different for you, but that's how I do it. Then you can work on opening up the chest more. All right, from here, I pivot my right hand, lean into my right side, lift my left hand off the mat, lower the hips so I can pivot my whole body, and then lift the left leg, drop the left hand, come back to three-legged dog. Step your left foot between your hands, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, half splits, aeroplane wings. Inhale, big step forward, right knee into the chest. Exhale, figure four. Chair, inhale. Airplane chair, exhale. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hand, step or jump back. Chaturanga. On your next inhale, let's come into high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Baby cobra, inhale. So using your back strength. Exhale to lower. Again, baby cobra 5 times for 4. Exhale, lower. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the arms by the sides. We're going to lift the arms and legs. Deep breath in and out to prepare. And then inhale to lift. And hold. Squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your arms together for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. You can use your hands as a pillow or arms can stay by your side. Maybe roll the hips side to side. All right, now we're going to bend the knees 90 degrees. Toes are flexed. We're going to interlace the hands at the lower back. And you're going to imagine you want to step the feet on the ceiling and touch your calves with your hands. Deep breath in and out to prepare. And then inhale to lift. You should feel that in the middle back quite a lot. You can look straight ahead. Keep squeezing your knees together. Keep reaching back with the fingertips. Keep lifting the knees up high for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. You can use your hands as a pillow. Maybe look over to the opposite side. All right, last one on the belly, full bow pose. We're going to bend both knees at the same time. Reach your arms back, grab your feet at the same time, not one after the other if possible. So same time. You can lower your forehead down to the mat. Let's take a deep breath in and out to prepare. And then inhale to kick back and up. Lift the chest and hold. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. The whole back body is super strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release without slingshotting. You can use your hands as a pillow once again. Maybe rock the hips side to side. And then whenever you're ready, press into the hands. Let's make our way through tabletop. Maybe moving around very slowly. No fast movement, especially not rounding your back immediately. And then when you feel okay, you can come into child's pose. So making sure there's no sharp sensation in your back. So here we're gently stretching the spine in the opposite direction. All right, let's take a deep breath in, reach your fingertips forward. And then exhale, let's walk both hands to the right, stretching out the left side body. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, let's walk the hands through center. And then to the left. 3 breaths here. Now let's come back through center. You can make your way through upward facing dog or cobra, and then we're going to meet in downward facing dog. So just taking your time to get there. All right, when you're in downward facing dog, take a deep breath in, come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees. We're going to step or jump to malasana, yogi squat. Okay. Inhale, reach your arms above the head. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, stand up tall. Heel toe your feet together. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back your chaturanga. Two more. Inhale, come high up onto the toes. Bend the knees, step or float to malasana, yogi squat. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, stand up tall, high mountain, heel toe your feet together. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, last time through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. And then let's step or jump one more time to malasana. Inhale, come high up onto the toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Okay, step or float. Malasana, yogi squat. 5 breaths here, just lengthening the spine. And really engaging your glutes. So if you were to let go of the elbows, your knees wouldn't cave in. So you're actively separating the knees with the strength of your legs. All right, now we're gonna do something really fun, but quite tiring for back bends. We're going to bring the right hand behind us, and you're just going to push into your legs and come into a back bend. So it's kind of between a wild thing and a wheel. Okay, just stay here. And then on your exhale, let's come back to malasana. Okay, so it's a little bit of body control, moving your weight around. Let's bring the left hand behind us, push into the feet, come into the back bend. And then let's rebend the knees. Bring your body weight forward. Come back to malasana. Let's try to move a little bit faster so you can keep going at that pace, maybe staying 2 to 3 breaths in each back bend, or you can go 1 breath, 1 movement. So that would look like right hand behind you. Inhale to lift. Exhale, malasana. Bring your left hand behind you. Inhale to lift. Exhale, malasana. Right hand behind you, and that's when it gets really fun because you get into a flow. Inhaling to open up the heart. Exhaling to come back through malasana. And you can continue like this. It gets really tiring in the legs because it forces you to use your legs for the back bend, which is great. If you feel like you can go deeper, like you're almost touching the floor with your hands, you can maybe try a full circle, a little bit more intense, deeper of a back bend for sure. Don't push yourself to get there. Only do it if you feel like you definitely have the space. So what you can do, right hand comes behind you, lift. Maybe just start by tapping the floor with your left hand. Come back to malasana. Left hand comes behind you. Tap the floor with your right hand. Malasana. Right, doing that a couple times until you feel like, okay, that's quite accessible, quite easy. Then you can try full circle. So really bringing your left hand down and then circling. And then switching sides. Left hand comes behind you. Bring the right hand down. Come back to Malasana. Super fun, right? Super tiring as well. So don't push yourself too hard. I'm just going to do one more in this direction. And then we come back to Malasana. Good. Let's drop the hips. Extend your legs out to the sides. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms above the head. Make sure your legs are engaged. Exhale to lower actively. Maybe the hands are on your shoulders instead. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. And then let's bring the fingertips down on the mat and fold. You can use your hands as a pillow. You can stay supported on the hands or on the elbows, or bring your forehead all the way down, whatever works for you. And just making sure you're not rounding your spine. So you're always tilting the pelvis back, pointing the sit bones away from you, reaching the chest forward to lengthen your spine. On your next inhale, let's slowly rise up. We're going to side bend over the right leg. So right elbow can either come on the right thigh or on the floor. Left arm reaches up and over. 3 breaths here. And next inhale, let's come back through center. Left elbow on the thigh or the floor. Right arm reaches up and over. Now let's come back up through center. We're going to bring our legs together, cross the shins, and just come onto your knees. So we're going to bring the knees together, separate the feet wide apart. Let's roll out the calves and sit between the heels. So this is a nice thigh stretch. Right now you probably only feel a lot of knee compression, but as soon as we recline, you're going to start to feel a quad stretch. So to recline, you can, now if you have your blocks, you can of course use them behind you, or pillows, or nothing. So either just your hands or your elbows. So just see how you feel. Maybe leaning back like this on your hands. You can let your head drop back if that feels okay for your neck, or chin into your chest. If you don't really feel much, then you can come down another level, which is the elbows. Hands can just lay on your feet if that's comfortable. Once again, head can recline back. You might feel really supported by your traps or not. If not, keep your chin into your chest. And if still here, this isn't much for you, which this might be a lot, so just stay here if it is. If it's not, then you can come all the way down to your back. Maybe keep the hands by your sides, and if you want more, you can reach the arms above your head. And we're just gonna stay here for 10 breaths. Let's take 5 more breaths here. If it's too much, you can always come out earlier using your hands as support. To come out, if you're on your back, bring your arms by your sides. We're going to push into the elbows to lift the upper back. Walk the elbows behind us so all the weight is on the arms, and then push into the hands to come all the way back up. And then push into the hands again to lift the hips. Cross your shins, come back onto your back. And we're back on the floor. You can extend your legs out in front of you. And we're just going to fold forward or stay upright. If you have any tension in your lower back, do not fold forward. But if that would feel really good, then you can go ahead, lengthening your spine and slowly folding. And feel free to keep your knees bent as well. Just make it super gentle, relaxing your head down. Just a little bit of a counter pose. 3 more breaths here. Let's slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time, and then we're going to roll all the way down to the back. Make sure you have enough space behind you. And coming back to constructive rest, feet wide apart, knees together, and you can knock the knees side to side. And we're going to take happy baby just to really flatten the back. So bringing the knees into your chest, you're more than welcome to stay here. This is also nice. Or peace fingers around the big toes, or maybe grabbing the outer blades of the feet. Let's come into happy baby. Maybe rocking side to side. Once again, focusing on keeping that back nice and grounded on the mat. So pulling your shoulders down, pulling the tailbone down, squeezing the navel back towards the spine. And you can stay here with legs bent, or you can straighten out your legs once again if that feels good. Let's slowly bring the knees together. Either stay here, maybe lift your legs up in the air and you can just relax, or you can come into plow pose, bringing the feet behind your head with control. Just take 5 breaths here, and then we're either going to come into shoulder stand or bring the hips down on the mat once again and just lift the legs in the air. All right, so from here, shoulder stand, supporting your lower back with your hands, or bringing the hips down on the mat. Now let's slowly come down 1 vertebra at a time. Knees into the chest. And we're going to end with a twist. Both knees can just come over to the right with any leg variation that you want, and sometimes simple just feels the best. So you do you, whatever you prefer. And allowing your body to start to wind down, to relax. And let's come back through center, and then you can bring both knees to the left. Let's come back through center once again, hugging the knees into the chest. You can give yourself a big squeeze with or without lifting the forehead to the knees. Let's squeeze every single muscle in your body. And then let's release. Come into Shavasana, extending your legs out in front of you, your arms alongside the body. And once you're there, once you're comfortable, let's take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Deep breath in. Hold the breath. And then exhale through the mouth, let it go. And one more in your own time. And notice the immediate release and relaxation of your body. Feel the length of your legs, the weight of your legs, the flatness of your back and your shoulder blades. Feel the length of your arms, the weight of your arms and of your hands, and all the sensations in the fingertips. Notice the weight of your head and the muscles in your face, relaxing the muscles in your forehead and your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. Feeling your whole body, the weight of your body, all the space that you are taking up, feeling open and light. Noticing all the different sensations. And as you lie here, relaxing, resist any urge to move. Stay completely still. And just draw your attention deeper and deeper inwards. I invite you to stay here in Shavasana as long as you have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me for this back-bending, heart-opening practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I will not see you next week because I'm going to be on holiday, but I will see you the week after. So thank you so much. If you are not subscribed already, please think about doing so. It really helps me and supports my channel. And otherwise, have a wonderful time. Sending you big hugs and positive vibes. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.